Bear with as I just get my life together and we'll go for a little wander. Right. Right. Bag, phone, keys, monkeys, donkeys. That's it. And we're kind of off ski. So I'm going to show you something you might be interested in first. Go for a wander and see where we end up. Now, should I take water? That's the question. I think so, yes. Right. So, off we go. Straight into the shark's mouth. It's a worry. So this is an aquarium in Anapa, which is where I'm streaming from today. Anapa is a coastal resort, coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea. And that aquarium has got like dolphins, beluga whale, sea lions, seals, and I can't wait to go back in there. It was brilliant. I went in there a couple of years ago and it was absolutely amazing. Not like any Western aquarium I've ever been to, where you're, 20 meters away from the animals, if you want to call them that, behind a barrier, etc. You're literally sat at the edge of the pool. And it was amazing. And I don't know, you could just tell that the animals were enjoying it. I mean, maybe some people would argue that, so they don't, but they all look really happy, I can't be honest. Looking forward to getting back in there. It was really cool. But I'm going to be taking you to a place to start with where I've done a couple of videos from. It's a little bit noisy, so we'll have to see how we get on. But it's very interesting. It's about 5 minutes up the road, but I like it anyway. Hopefully you will. Beautiful day. Beautiful. One of the reasons we love living in this region, which is the Krasnodarsky Krai region. Like I say, about 60 miles along the coast from Crimea. Give you a bit of geography if you're new to the stream or new to my channel. Lovely region, wine region, very hilly, and we're obviously right on the coast, so lovely beach. Although we've had a terrible disaster here a couple of months ago where a couple of tankers broke up out to sea and all the oil's washed ashore. It's been horrific, and it's still horrific, to be honest. The clean-up operation is just gargantuan. That's a good word. But the dolphins have come back. There's been a few dolphins killed and a lot of seabirds, a lot of fish. Obviously it's a massive problem. 60 odd miles, I think it's a coastline affected, so a huge problem. But the dolphins are back, which is fantastic. Warms my heart, that does. So heading towards the main road, which leads you into Anapa, and also out of Anapa. So straight on, there's a roundabout we're coming up to. So straight on leads you out of Anapa towards the village where we live. And if we turn right, you head to Anapa. I better sort my chat out, hadn't I? Let's have a look. There we go. Let's try that. Where are you from? As in now or originally? Now I'm in Anapa, coast of the Black Sea in Russia, southern Russia, wine region. I'm from the UK. Tatiana, no I haven't. Black Sea sharks, no I haven't. That sounds like something I need to try. Spot of maintenance going on. Right, as I said, might get a bit noisy. I might end up popping my AirPods in for a while if it's a bit too windy. You'll have to let me know in the chat how the audio is, and hopefully the connection's good. Fingers crossed. Cool. So all along the side of this main road, it's a park basically. Starts as a memorial park. You get lots of interesting and cool stuff like this, and then it turns into like a recreational area and gym equipment and just nice places to sit, that sort of thing. Look at that. How cool is that? Now, I think I've been told in the past that that is a BMP. Or maybe this is the BMP. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I'm not even going to pretend that I know. It's pretty cool. Now I know the signal is a bit touch and go here, but as I get a bit closer down this way I think it gets a bit better. So let's have a look. One of my favourite things coming up, the SU-27. I've explained why in a couple of previous videos. It's, yeah, when you see one of those things being flown by a serious pilot, shall we say, a Russian test pilot, I've seen it flown by, it sort of defies the laws of physics, really, what it can do. And then you factor in that plane was designed and built 50 years ago, and people say Russia is backwards in technology. Yeah, really? Well, if that's the case, leading edge ailerons, thrust vectoring, really? 50 years ago? Yeah, awesome thing, absolutely amazing thing. And seeing it flown it's mind-blowing. It really is, just sheer power. Awesome thing. Andrew, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Good bit of banter, should we call it? Don't like using that word, but good bit of chat in the language group. And it's nice, I think, to see the differences between the UK and English. and the butchered version of English that we like to call American. So it's nice to see the differences, and also Russian. You know, it's nice to see the Russians learning English, and they're going to be speaking English better than I am, aren't they? Let's face it, because most English people now don't speak proper English. We just use an abbreviated, chopped up slang version of Shakespeare's wonderful language. Anyhow, I had fun. I hope you did too. Yes, I did, mate. Yeah, did. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool group, because everybody that's going to be in it is kind of like-minded. We're all there for the same thing. So we've just got to ensure we don't take it over with nonsense, you know, memes and stuff. But I think it'll be really cool. And I'm sure our teacher won't allow it anyway. We'll all be getting told off. But I'm out for a wander today. I'm not entirely sure which direction. I don't really want to go down the side of the main road, but maybe I can. Do a big circuit. I haven't done it. Can somebody let me know what the audio's like? Is it too loud being next to the road? Or not too bad? If it is, I can always stick my headphones in. If I can find them, of course. Let me just check what stuff I've got with me. Because us blokes, when we haven't got our lady around, we're pretty disorganised, aren't we, guys, really? Oh, yes, as it turns out, I've got my AirPods, so please feel free to let me know if the audio's crap. Seems okay to me. Good. Wonderful. So, if you're new to the channel or new to the streams, I'm an English guy living in Russia. And I'm in a part of Russia that most YouTubers don't cover, or they'll come here for a week or two and try and tell you all about it. But most YouTubers that I see from the UK tend to end up in Moscow, maybe St. Petersburg. So I haven't moved here to show you a different part of Russia, but I am going to show you a different part of Russia because I've moved here. How about that? So hopefully, as I say, if you're new to the channel, then maybe this, I don't know, will it enlighten you? Open your eyes, maybe? Don't know. I don't know. Not trying to change anybody's opinion. I'm just trying to show you. Let you make your own mind up. No propaganda. Too much of that. Far better to show the people. Let them make their own minds up about stuff. But first off, look at the blue skies. At 14 degrees today, I think. It's lovely and warm, and I'm dressed way too warm. So I should be stripping fairly soon, and that won't be on camera, I promise you. And you will have to bear with me with connection, because I really don't know how it's going to go. We'll just have to find out. Let's have a little plot here for a minute on a little swing. Look at that, right next to the main road. So as I said, they developed this from the memorial park where we started all the way down into the town, which is nice, you know, rather than it just be wasteland like it is kind of on the other side. They've done something with it, because there's little hotels and resorts and stuff, and people can walk to the memorial park and walk into town. So it's still under development. They're doing it further down this way, as you'll see soon. And as you can see, we've got some people tidying the garden up. We've got these little areas where you can come and sit and chill, although Not entirely sure I'd want to chill next to the main road, but there we go. Okay, good, wonderful. Jesus is Lord. Okay, not a political channel, not a religious channel, just an English idiot wandering about a bit. Hopefully can answer any questions that you may have. If you're surprised at what you're looking at, these are all the little creatures and critters that are roaming around here. Deer and foxes and frogs. We have loads of those froggies in the garden. Loads, like hundreds of them. And usually at the end of summer, or well, late autumn really, I'm rescuing them out of the swimming pool on a daily basis, because for some reason they want to go in it, which would be great if it was just water, but as it's salt water, yeah, it's not very good for froggies. So I'm out there twice a day scooping them out. Even though it's got a pool cover on it, they still manage to find a way under it. Slippery little buggers. Anyhow, that and dodging the lawnmower when I cut the grass. Looks like a scene from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So, as I say, please bear with the stream. I'm not sure of the connection. It will drop in and out as I'm wandering around, but as I get to the town, it will be much better, and we might go for a walk all the way along the seafront. It really depends how fit I feel. And on that note, perhaps I should get on some of this gear. It's all weight resistant stuff, so your weight, your own body weight, is the resistance. So if you're a bit of a chunky unit, you might struggle a bit. I'll probably fall into that category, to be fair. I've put on some weight. Decided before Christmas I was going to it's Christmas, you know, New Year, I'll drink a bit of wine and I'll have a bit of booze. Yeah, well, still there, I'm still technically celebrating. So I stepped on the scales the other day and I put on 5 kilos since December, beginning of December. 5 kilos. So I got beaten up by the wife, and the standard saying, walk bastard. So here I am, wandering about a bit. Oh, we got our first idiot. Oh, love it. Look at Eric Ramble. Is that Cockend? Can't read that. Oh, Cochet. I don't know. It's got a hyphened name. That makes him a penis. Poor little Eric. You moron. Spelt with a capital U letter. Look at you. Sure, you'll be educating the world, won't you? Oh dear. Shall we piss about with this idiot? Fuck Russia, you moron, for promoting terrorists. I've got to be honest, Eric, I can't see any. So yeah, I'm struggling with the promotion, to be honest. Dear. Clearly, You watch too much TV, don't you, Eric? And know absolutely F all about real world, real life. Yeah, it's all right, Andrew. I get it all the time. That's one of the hazards of YouTube. You tend to have to deal with it. You have to be thick-skinned. I've learnt that. When I first started my channel, I thought, especially with other YouTubers, to be honest, I thought we're all going to be one big happy family and out with the same goals, you know, just to show the real world. And yeah, had a rude awakening. But yeah, you have to be thick-skinned if you're running a YouTube channel, and you have to put up with people like that. Well, you don't have to. Definitely don't have to. Ario Magia, hello, where are you now? So I'm just outside the seaside resort of Anapa in southern Russia. Let me just deal with Dirt Moron. Eric Upinas. And gone. So yes, Andrew, that's what we have to do with them. We let them have their 5 minutes of fame. But you can always spot them because, well, they use text speak, and the first thing they say is a scathing statement about a subject they know nothing about. Rather than come on and educate and learn something and ask a question, they'll just throw abuse. You know, it's just a moron. And sometimes I just delete them, sometimes I slaughter them. Yeah, depends what mood I'm in. I'm in a good mood today though. Mind you, I'm always in a good mood living here. I wake up in a good mood. I think the wife thinks I'll go to bed with a coat hanger in my mouth. So I wake up smiling. So sunny, love it. Rest of Russia is covered with gloom now. Yeah, it's... And again, that's, you've hit the nail on the head with the purpose of my channel, really, is to show a different side of Russia. Because everybody outside of Russia, if you've never been to Russia and you live in the West, your version or your vision of Russia, your understanding of Russia, will be so bent out of shape, so jaded. It really will. It will be, your idea will be snow, bears, gangsters, vodka, horse and cart. That's what you will think Russia is. Because I did. So I lived all my life in the UK. Never wanted to go to Russia because that's what it was. I've said this many times, so I won't go down that path again. But then you come to Russia, and, you know, depending on time of year and depending on where you go, maybe you'll get that impression, I don't know. But if you come to southern Russia, well, we have less snow here than we do in the UK. And it's, like I say, beautiful blue skies. Same sort of climate as the south of France. You come here and you go, wasn't expecting this. And it's an eye-opener. And then you start looking at other things. Construction everywhere at the moment, and I mean everywhere. Whatever part of town I go to, even in the small villages, there are new houses being built everywhere. Single houses on, you know, private bits of land, and developments, commercial properties, huge apartment blocks, hotels, resorts. That's why I laugh when I see the Western reports of the Russian economy is collapsing and we just need to give it a bit more time and it will implode, and Russians are eating grass and dogs because they haven't got any money, and there's no food, and there's no this and there's no, it's just, what's the other, I saw one the other day about butter. Oh, butter, oh yeah, it's all locked up in the shops. Okay then. I shouldn't laugh, because ultimately some of you guys believe that. Some of you guys will read reports like that and believe it. which is a shame. I'd like to think, I mean, certainly my subscribers definitely won't. They're a lot more clued up, but you know, if you're just passing through, you might think that's true. It's not in the slightest, not even remotely close. In fact, I've got more choice here than I ever had in the UK with anything, except cars. Yeah, cars are my bugbear, but if it wasn't for the situation with cars, i.e., you know, most of the Western brands pulled out of Russia and you have your Russian cars and you have Chinese cars here, if it wasn't for that situation, I wouldn't have the car that I've got, and I absolutely love that thing. But there's a big bike culture down here as well, by the way, south of Russia. You can still get all the Western brands, they've just officially pulled out, but there's new BMWs and Mercedes and Toyotas and everything else flying about everywhere. They're quite popular, I like them. V8 Nissan Patrols. Right, have I missed anybody? Come to Siberia one day. They say they have northern lights this year. Yes. Yeah, I'd like to. I really would, but there's so many places in Russia that I'd like to visit. And realistically, am I going to get the chance? I don't think I've got enough days left in my life to do that, to be honest. Right, I might go AirPod, just because it's getting noisy. Bear with for a moment. Ugh. Ooh, that's better. Yeah, a bit of music, actually. But yes, I would love to go to Siberia, but I'd love to go to a million places in Russia. Such an amazing country. I've seen a few channels and subscribe to people post up their region and pictures from the region videos, and it's just, I'm a lot more open now than I was now. Definitely. But still blow them on. It's amazing. I'm trying to convince the world they can solve the inflation in Russia. That is the one I keep saying. Yeah. By Russian standards, inflation is funny. But to put it in perspective, let's use fuel, petrol, as a good example. 3 years ago, it was 50, about 50 rubles, I think, for a litre of 95. Unleaded, you know, call it that, leaded, 95, fuel, and it's now 60. We've got 10 rubles in 4 years. I don't 8 pence. 8 pence in 4 years? I mean, yes, as I said, they're looking standard. Not good. Milk's gone up, bread's gone up. Of course, there is inflation. But if you're hearing from the West right now, how's your program working out? What's your philosophy when I do that 3 years? I bet this year won't went up 8 pence. Hmm. But yes, you know, just another Western narrative. But the counter that, you're not too far, but the IU counter. There was inflation, isn't less, but no one is bad. But what do you get interest rates on the savings from the West? 0.5%, 1%, 2%, 5%? I'll get 20% here, 20% interest on savings, minimum. I think it's about 23%, I think, actually. And that's no hidden taxes, no transfer behind your back, you know, no minimum lifting periods. Basically, current is equivalent of £1,000, 100,000 rubles is the minimum to save, and you can put it in the bank for between 3 months and 3 years. This is yours, and you can decide how you want the interest paid for, whether you want it paid for monthly or at the end of the term. Like I say, currently, the main bank in Russia, Sberbank, is giving 23% interest on its savings. That's facts, that's not BS. So if you're in the camp of that's the economy's falling, inflation's killing everybody, blah, 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 all I can say is get out of the fucking smoke. Popular fishing spot, this always people long haul fishing. And from what I've seen, Russians love to fish. I've never seen so many people fishing. They just come here, all walks of life, the young, the old. The blokes might stroll down there, sit there all day, bring their packed lunch and a bottle of vodka, not care about fishing too much. And then you get a gentleman like that coming down, probably done it since he was a boy. Get all walks of life. So, yeah, very popular fishing in Russia. So you think fishing? You love it. Irving, lovely to see you, mate. Hope the news getting on. Hope you listen after my lovely party on me. 3 a.m. See, that's hardcore, that is. Glad to see you alive. Oh, sorry, glad to see you alive again. We just had 8 inches of what? Oh, snow, sorry. See, I'm looking into the sun, look. Just people all know that, and I've got stupid sense of humour. 8 inches of snow and sun in Florida last week. All gone now. Yeah, I saw that. Strange weather. Come here. We just look at that all the time. Big up to Russia, man. Yeah. Guys. Charlie. Oh, oh, oh. And then actually, Charlie. But anyway, listen, listen. Something happening with the sound. We yeah, the sounds come back. It might be feeling that I'm on the mountains. Until I get by now, it's kind of a bit iffy with signal. I should get back to the wind. I'll probably just go back to the normal sound. Hopefully, normal service will be resumed if we hang on in there. It's one of the theme parks, one of the amusement parks that we have here. One of the many inland waterways. That's lovely. Wow. And to be honest, we have had a bit of blue weather. It's felt very British. But I think it's left and down. If we, yeah, if we jumped into spring, riverbank hideaway there for fishing. But yeah, probably getting lulled into a false sense of security. Probably get people that think on the street. So I need to record my third and final part of a little Applying for Temporary Residency mini series. Part one and two are already on the channel. If you look at me for that for you, kind of curious. For the mini series. About the impossibility of it. Have a look at those. Part one is the documents that we need from the UK. If you're applying from the UK, and again, I'll only ever comment on something on the network. I won't really generalise or try that. So it's from a UK perspective. Rules for America and other countries around the world will be different. But in the UK, part one, I lay out the documents that you're going to need. Part two, again, relates to Norwegian. It relates to the immigration centre in Crimea. Just a bit more information about the location of it, rate hotel, the hotel, and just a little bit of detail around the process itself. And the part three, which I now need to record, is the application itself. It's now in, submitted, done. Now, I will say straight away that there is an organisation, I think, an organisation, yes. I think it's moved to Russia. Moving to Russia. Not entirely sure. I'm not affiliated with it in any way, shape, or form, but I just want to mention it. If you're the sort of person that doesn't want hassle, it's not somebody to take care of the whole process for you, or you're very, very, very uncertain about it, and you just play safe, that's that word. But if that's where you lean, you just really want somebody to hold your hand through it. Certainly, that organisation is absolutely geared up for that. It's an organisation with government backing and support, and the legal team for immigration, and it is there solely to help you need to look up. But the caveat to that is, most things in life, you can do it yourself. You can apply for your residency yourself, temporary residency. It's a process. And regardless of whether you choose to do it yourself or you want to go through one of these services, there's still an awful lot of the process that you, no matter which route you take, you will have to do yourself. Things like medical. You can't get somebody else to do the medical for you. You've got to do it. Excuse me. And your fingerprints. You know, you can't exactly chop your fingers off, give them to a lawyer and ask them to take them in for you. Something else you're going to have to do. Your police check, which you're going to need. Coming from the UK, that is an ACRO. If you have a look at part 2, there's a link in my description for the proper police check. It's not a DBS check. Do not make that mistake. Do not be fooled into trying to apply for temporary residency permit, TRP, with a DBS check. You will be rejected. That is not the right thing. You need the ACRO. It's a separate website, and it's a very specific certificate that you will need. You know, I see. The benches over there, just sit and chill, look at the birdies. So yeah, have a look at the video 1 and 2. Third one I've got to record, which is the submission. And I did have a bit of a scare, to be honest. You'll have to watch the video to see what that was. Look at some of these. This seems to be a popular pastime around the world. Attaching padlocks to things. I think it's symbolising love, isn't it? Lock their love together. And it probably commemorates other things as well. But you can see this has been going on for a number of years. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, this one. 2012. Nicely decorated. Bins. Oh, let me start the bins. Oh, I can't bridge that. But yes, have a look at part 3. Should be out in a few days. And yeah, as I say, I had a spare. I think that's probably an understatement, actually. It's fairly major, very major. Annex stations. Tune in with the video, see what that was all about. How the learning Russian language sessions going? We're doing the Duolingo online. It is just to start. Yeah. I think everybody goes down that path to start. Nobody really wants to commit to paying for lessons straight away because you have no idea what it entails. And obviously, paying for lessons, who do you pay money to? Who do you trust? I certainly went down the Duolingo path, but I found with Duolingo fairly quickly, probably 3 months in, that I was learning phrases like, there's a crocodile in the back of my taxi. And I really got to a point where I thought, I'm probably not going to need that as an important phrase in Russia. That said, we have got 2 crocodile farms in the town, one of them in the high street. So maybe it is a bit more common. But yeah, I just sort of came to a bit of a blank with it. And that's what you'll find. Duolingo is a good platform to give you a taster. This car park was recently completed. I drove past here a few weeks ago. And it was a building site. Right. They build things quick out here. None of this takes weeks, months, and years. I feel like the building fairies turn up overnight and things are done. Amazing. But yeah, language. Had a bit of a breakthrough moment the other day. I learn things in a very strong way. My brain's a bit odd. And I just sort of had a bit of a mental block with it. And then all of a sudden, it, so I had a little breakthrough. Cool. I'm learning that English as well. Interesting. Especially my native language. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, very good. Fantastic teacher. Oksana, amazing. You're watching, yeah, super grateful. Good friend and English and Russian language teacher. Interesting. And a former translator. Well, she speaks better English than I do. And she teaches Russian to English speakers and English to Russian speakers. And she's got a very, very good online platform. You can, it's just a web link. So it's not a software program or anything. It's just a web link. You can just click on from anywhere in the world on any device. If you're looking to learn language, join my Telegram group. The link at the beginning of my YouTube channel. Click on that. Comment on one of the posts. Or if you go straight to the chat, you can drop the message. And if you're interested in language, looking to learn, we are language group, which just started out. You can very well. You think it, yeah. Right. Mehmet. I'm sure. Well, where is this? This is southern Russia. This is on the coast of the Black Sea. That's 60 miles from Crimea. But, nice to see you. How's your weekend going? So I did post a video update on my Telegram channel a couple of days ago. From that because, I mean, when you first look, a lot of this oil you can't see anymore. They've done an incredible job, but there is still a massive task ahead. So certainly at first glance, all you see is sand. But that's kind of a little bit misleading because it's all broken down into small pieces. And the oil that's in the sea is sunk to the bottom. So it's a huge task. You know, I've read many reports. Russian authorities are working on all the different sorts of methods of oil recovery. Apparently, they found an organism that actually eats the oil, which they're looking, as I understand, to develop. That would be amazing. But it's a big task. Big task. It's certainly not very what it was. What's the architecture there? Yeah. It's a change to see something different. No, it doesn't. I'm not saying it makes a change to see something different. I mean, Russia, everything's bloody different. Every building's different. I mean, it makes a change to know. It's one of the things I love about this country is everything's different. All the buildings are different. No two buildings are the same, no two houses are the same. Great. We love it. Every time we go out, see something new. Something's a good cafe or something over there. Outside the lake, do a bit of fishing, a bit of coffee. No problem is I've got to swim across there to get there. So, hopefully you've still got sleeping. So just getting towards the town now. Like I say, that's one of the oh god. on like, I'm gonna call it a fairground. That's not right, is it? Amusement park. There you go. And it's on the edge of a big park as well, so you can have a good walk around in the natural bit, and then you can come and play on the toys. And that's when you look up at that, look beautiful. All changes colour, the big wheels covered in lights. There's all different things. Looks cool. That's one of them. There's another one a bit further along the seafront. Oh, very hot. That's cool. Other than just being a municipal building, it's painted pretty. Yeah, thanks. Oh, it's on. It's on, it's on, it's on, it's on, it's on. It's an advert. Russians are like, I think I'm meant to, but yeah, no. Russia is this thing. As on, I need to do a video just on Azon, to be honest, because it's amazing. It's a spectacle thing. And there's another one, it's Wild Goose. It's kind of a cross between Azon and Indigo. And it's got some really nice works. And they've worked with some all the stuff to deliver to thousands of these pickup points. You specify which one. And if it's closed, for example, you can go to pick the clothes up. There's changing rooms inside them. So you can try the clothes on. And if you're not happy with them, if you don't like them, they don't fit, don't like the colour, you just give it back. And then it gets feedback on staff on the time and get it. And a lot of stuff, you don't even pay for it up front. So you get to try it on and do all of that. If you don't like it, sort it out. So yeah, so Open Sky and Natalia. Yeah, so it's a really cool service. So whenever I can ride this, similar thing. Go online, find the product that you want, which ranges from car tyres to motorbike parts and clothes and kitchen appliances, tools, makeup, watches, you name it. Literally everything. Find what you want, get it delivered to your local outlet. And yeah, like this. A 63 R&D full lecture. Yeah, I do like an RNG and a M pound out there. Mainly because petrol's cheap. It costs you about 54, 55 pence a litre. And mine running the big V8 there. So lots of AMGs out here, lots of M class, lots of car washes as well. Lots of car washes around Anapa in business. Oh, the laptop. People need to sell fish. You never know out there. Discovery going in for a spruce up. Restaurant and karaoke ahead. So please let me know in the comments if we've still got audio. Yeah, I think I'm mindful of. Because if you lose audio, I won't know unless you guys tell me. Okay. Hotel Plaza. Checker. They're everywhere. Literally everywhere. And at night, it's quite funny. We're driving through the seaways really lit up. They look like the shots. If you're from the UK, I find this out a lot because I'm usually hungry. So I end up seeing them and thinking, oh, bad. Cool. Having to find these chemist or pharmacy. And it's 99 times out of 100 next door to Hoover outlet is beer. So you have a little off license next door to a chemist. What do the Russians say? It makes it bad, makes it better. So, yeah, you go and drink some beer, get a sore head, pop in the chemist to fix it. Genius logic, you see. Common sense. Another thing I love about this country. Common sense approach. Apart from the upside down house. Wouldn't necessarily say that's common sense. But, yeah. Anything. Thank you for the. I realise that they're just a bit of fun. There you go. Proper little petrol tanks. It would be nice to have one of those around your garden. You know, lost a lot of viewers who've obviously lost connection. Let's hope I'll get you back. Comment if you see me again. It's winter season, so most things are closed. We are in a seaside resort after all. Tourist resort. And in the off season, as we call it, most things are closed and disassembled for upgrades or repair. And quite often you'll see the buildings that are ripped apart and redone for the following season. Definitely. We always use this corner to be fair. This area was recently finished. Well, I say recently, last year. When we first came to Russia, that was just it was just wasteland. You know, just really sort of untidy, and you thought, ooh. And then That happens in the space of a year and a half. This is the sea. This is one of the inland waterways. As you can see, the bird is rapidly swimming about. So there's measures in place to deal with the oil. One of them is obviously that barrier there. That one there is more out to sea. And if you look up there, you can see the diggers carrying on with the cleanup operation. So we're going on have a look at that. It's lovely to see the wildlife again, because it has been a real disaster, not a woke disaster where somebody's broke their fingernail and feels the need to put it on Facebook. No, this has been a proper one. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gallons of, well, unrefined crude oil, is it? Not sure. It's the stuff that you put on the roads anyway. That thick tar. I don't know how many millions of gallons of that has gone into the sea. But it's, wow, massive problem. But I can see already there is so many seabirds out there, which is lovely. It's really nice to see that they've come back, but you know, don't let it lull you into a full sense of security. There's still a huge task ahead. As always, live fishing. It's not his real name, I'm sure. Look at that. This bloke's always here. Surprised he hasn't been locked up yet. Always naked. Always got his hat covering his bits. Look, big feet. One needs a big hat, I suppose. You know what I say about big feet. Large shoes. That's like 14. Yeah, right. Sand. You can see volunteers here. Just taking a breather. One of the makeshift tents where volunteers can probably get their equipment, get refreshments, and some of these are also for cleaning up wildlife, feeding the birds. Nice. There's a load of seagulls out in the sea there, so that's good. It's good to see. Now, if you're in the UK and you're in a seaside town, you'll bloody hate seagulls. It's all they'll do is carefully walk their heads off. For some reason, these things don't. Lovely and quiet. Yeah. Always. I'll take my hat off just Russian people for the way they just come down. Like this. Now again, I know signal's a little bit iffy along here, so just bear with me for a bit. Lose the AirPods for a minute. Right, back on regular windy audio. Now I've got a bit of a hike back to the car, and I'm going in the wrong direction. Oh, sacrifices I make for my art. Oh dear, dear, dear. But just want to show you a bit of the beach. And as you can see, the clean-up operation is, well, it's as far as you can see along the coast. You know, different areas have got different amounts of people. Are there enough people? No, never is. If you had 50,000, you'd need 100. So there's never enough people, there's never enough equipment for something like this. What do you do? But there's obviously administration people and volunteers down here day and night every day. So regardless of your opinion as to whether there's enough or not, whether there's enough being done, you've got to give credit to the people that are doing it. And you know, you can come down and help, and if you're not able to do that, you can donate for supplies for the wildlife, for the birdies, and for the fish, as you can see that. So this is all about protecting the coastline and keeping it, you know, because you don't know what the weather's going to do. At the moment it's a lovely, lovely day, but if it changes and you get a storm, then it could stir it all up from the bottom and then chuck it all over the beach again after they've been spending weeks here cleaning it. So I guess that's why that's there. That's probably oil absorbent netting that they've put across the top. I'm guessing. But yeah, they're doing an amazing job. Like I say, right the way along the coastline. And it goes on for miles. What is the temp? It looks lovely there. Irving, it's about 14 degrees, I think. 14, 15 degrees. Right, carry on a bit further. Go up into the town probably. And then I'll start heading back towards the car along the main road. Well, not maybe the main road, near it. So, yeah, please hit the like button if you can. It helps the channel, helps the algorithm. Please share the channel. That is a big help because I don't get picked up by YouTube algorithm because I'm in Russia. So I rely on people just sharing the channel and hitting the like. I need to get some signal. As soon as I do, I might sit down for a bit and see if anybody's got any questions about Russia. Bit of Russian pop music, I won't get a copyright strike for that. And we're heading towards the big aqua park that they've got here on the seafront, which I have shown a couple of times. Hopefully I'll get out the wind if I go around this way. Looks like I'm resorting back to the airports then. Bear with.